So today's video is not going to be my normal, basically what I create on a day-to-day basis on my channel. You have obviously seen the title and then click the video, and thank you for that, because according to what I have seen being here on YouTube, people don't like to see creative makeups as compared to if I do a bronze glam or a day-to-day look, such kind of stuff, unless it's Halloween. So I don't know about this video. This is a little bit experimental video, but all the more reason to do this is I was feeling a kind of like I miss doing my creative makeup looks, and since I had to put up videos so often on YouTube, I'm not getting time at all to do any creative looks, and I was really craving one. So today I thought, let me just do a time lapse of one of my creative look on YouTube. I know I'm not gonna get that much of views on this video, but so yeah, I hope you appreciate today's video. The look that I'm going to do today is one of the recreation of an artist. I don't know the name, but I'm going to link her everything. If I get her Instagram, I'm going to link it down below. And I actually was on Pinterest the other day, and I really came across this stunning look, and I thought I immediately had to recreate this because that was so stunning. Also, another reason is that I have purple hair, so as long as it doesn't fade, it is going to match with my makeup look. So I think it will look all put together and it would look beautiful. Although I haven't done creative looks in a while, so I'm kind of nervous, will I be able to pull that off? Anyway, let's see. If it fails, doesn't matter. So now after this I'm going to talk in voiceover because I can't talk while doing my makeup, especially creative stuffs. I can't multitask basically, so that's why, and I'm going to try to keep it very, very short so that you guys don't get bored. And yeah, let's start. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and yeah, let's start.
Oh hi, voiceover me here. Since the eyebrow in the picture has got blue to transition to purplish sort of color, so I'm going to do the same. So to repaint my eyebrows, I have to first kind of do the soapy brow thing, just combing my hair up and pressing it using a pear soap and drying it. Then I went ahead with a water-based just eyeliner, basically water activated lavender sort of a liner. Now also I am not going to do it bluish. My hair is purplish, so to match it I am going to do a pinkish and purplish sort of a look. So the look will be same, but it will have a little bit color shift. Anyway, so I'm going with the water activated liner. Now it is self-setting, I know, but I am putting a little bit of lavender eyeshadow as well from my new Beauty Bay palette. That's just because I wanted to enhance the pastel lavender color. And then as you can see, I have gone darker at the end of my brows and try to make the transition look natural. That is what I'm working on right now. And I start with my brows every single time because if I do anything wrong, it's very easy to cleanse it with a Q-tip. So it's just basically less stressful. I can clean it up and then do my base, and I don't have to worry that my base will just get ruined. Now it's time for the base makeup. My base makeup is pretty much same. I apply the same products in every video, so I'm going to just speed this thing up real quick. To start off, I applied the color corrector, then went ahead spot concealed with a shade that matches my skin tone, and then blended things out all nicely. Now both the color corrector as well as the concealer as well as the foundation that I'm going to apply next are from Inside Cosmetics. I low-key love the brand. Now this concealer I have recently reviewed on my channel, so if you want a review and a comparison, you can check that video out. Anyway, so I'm going with my foundation and blending things out with a bigger brush, and just taking my sweet time out and blending things out real nicely, because depending on how the base is, the makeup will turn out good. I have also applied that on the lid, as you guys can see, and then just final blending with a sponge, taking away excess product from my face. Then I went ahead, set a little bit under my eyes and contoured my face, my cheek, my jawline using a cream contour, which is basically a concealer. After I layer up all the creams and liquid product, I am going with a setting powder. It's a banana powder from Mars Cosmetics. Look at the puff. This is my new favorite. This helps so much in setting my face. And yeah, then I'm going with a powder blush. This is a pinkish or purplish, mostly pinkish though, sort of a blush. This is from Wet n Wild's. Pearlescent pink, I guess. Now it's the important part, which is basically the eyes. The eyes took most of the time. Basically now you are seeing me hesitate to draw the first line, and the first line is basically the hardest, but I kind of did it. And yeah, so I'm using
water activated eyeliners as usual from Pretty Pouts. The one that I used in the beginning to do my brows. Yeah, that's one. And I'm just using a very light hand to draw, basically framework all the lines. I diluted the color using water so that if I make any mistakes, I can use a Q-tip and just get rid of it without damaging my base. So that's my main motto. I do this every time when I have to draw any complex graphic liner look. So I just framework and then I mix the color such a way that the color is more pigmented, and basically use less water, more color, and then just redo the lines. Now as the main picture, I'm going on with a shadow. They have the blue shadow and I've decided to go with a pink one cause you already know I want to go matchy. Now I'm using a very flat brush to do that and just giving a little shape. The pink shadow is from the Beauty Bay palette, the Bright Matte palette that I got, the big one, and the shadows are quite impressive. They are very soft, like unnaturally soft, and I'm kind of impressed. No Indian shadows are that soft, by the way. Yeah, just filling up the things. Also at this point I started deviating from the main look a little bit, and to be honest, this happens all the freaking time. When I try to recreate any looks, I had to give in something from myself as well. I don't know why I cannot stick to the main look, and also I feel this is good. This is how I make this look mine. So yeah, now to do the purple elongated thing, I don't know how to call that design. So I have used a oil based paint from Cuffs and Lashes and set it with a purple shadow. Okay, so this is me checking myself, checking my makeup look basically. Now is the time that took me so much of patience. Yeah, it's time for rhinestones or whatever you want to call it. I used my eyelash glue to stick all those. I chose the purple one obviously, and yeah, just stuck everything nicely with a lot of patience. Now at this point I thought my eyelids are looking a little bit flat, so I went ahead, used a very bright pink eyeliner in the middle of my lids. Now we are pretty much done with the whole face except lips. So for lips, I do not have the same exact color as my eyelids. So to match everything, I went on with the eyeshadow itself. The lighter shade I applied it in the middle, and the darker purplish sort of shade I applied on the outer line and created a ombre kind of effect. Now eyeshadows are super dry, so obviously I had to top it up with a clear gloss. And yeah, we are all done. This is the whole makeup look. And with that, I have finally come to the end of this video. I'm going to go now. Until then, be happy and bye.
I'm out of practice, I ain't had the energy. Depression is a bitch that won't stop texting me. And this anxiety